this is Hung Over Hand Right. And this is the UFC 307 preview show from Salt Lake City, Utah. Once a year, they go to Salt Lake City.
They really do.
Don't know why, but they do.
When's the last time they were at Boise? I feel like they do that every couple of years.
I remember them going there, but it's been a while now.
It's been a minute.
Poster?
This one says lazy to me.
Yuck.
Yeah,
It's
very basic.
Very lazy. Didn't really give a fuck.
They tried the black
To
and
be
white
honest,
thing.
that's how I think this whole card is going to go, besides the main event.
They tried the whole, they did the black and white thing for Paris, and they kind of like half-assed it again, but like way more boring than the Paris card.
No, that Paris card one goes pretty hard.
The poster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poster
No, I like it, but they went kind of black and white on this one too.
Yeah, this one's just
4 out of 10.
I'd
I
say
might go lower.
Yeah, probably lower. This one looks like last second put together.
Which they kind of, the Leon Bilal poster was whack too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the pay-per-views are like,
Yeah, fuck it.
As far as this card, a lot of names.
Tons of chick fights on this card.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be a long night.
Carla and Tisha.
Those
Pennington.
are bangers.
Is this 2012?
Marina Rodriguez and Yasmin Lucindo.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of names on this one.
Dirty Bird, Tim Means.
First of all, Mozart Evloev, Aljamain Sterling off.
Yep.
What happened again? Aljo pulled out for what?
He showed a video and one of his training partners had him in a Kimura. So I think it's shoulder injury or something.
Which I know they're both kind of like boring wrestlers, but I think them two against each other might actually be a decent fight.
Yeah.
And Evloev would have whooped his ass.
See, I don't know.
I do. Fuck Aljo.
I'm not a fan of either of them. But
we got 5-5 main card. We got a low-key banger as well. As far as prelims, Dirty Bird versus Court the Crusher.
Yeah.
Count me in.
That's old school as fuck, huh? Tim Means 33-16, huh? What's his UFC record? Let me see that.
it's a lot of fights.
It is 15-13 and 1 no contest.
Oh god.
That's a hell of a
That's
record.
a lot of UFC fights though, dude. 29 UFC fights.
Yeah.
This is his 30th UFC fight.
Hey.
There we go.
You count the no contest?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's 28.
Big
and then
milestone.
One no contest. And
Big milestone. I think he probably beats Court McGee,
I think so too.
but I'd say Court McGee's probably the more durable guy.
Didn't we watch Court McGee get finished last?
Which is kind of crazy because Tim is
Could have
known
sworn
for
he got finished
his
last.
toughness and his durability.
Oh, it was the one Matt Brown finished him before that. Okay.
And he got finished by Jeremiah
Yeah.
Wells.
Left
before
hook,
that.
right hook.
Yeah. He just isn't good with the punches.
Three fight
yeah.
skid, but I remember the Matt Brown one. That one was it.
Yeah.
OSP Ryan Spann rebooked on this one. It was supposed to be on the Sean Brady, Gilbert Burns.
Was it OSP
card.
who backed out last time?
Was it?
That's what I'm
remember.
asking.
I have no idea.
I think it
remember.
was.
We'll talk about that one in a minute. Yeah, Tisha, Carla Esparza, yuck.
Yeah.
They like this Cesar Almeida guy. He's the one that he fought Pereira 3 times in kickboxing.
Yeah.
And they tried to they put him against Kopylov. I was going to say they tried to have him beat Kopylov, but they like Kopylov too, I think.
Right.
He lost. I think it was pretty close to Kopylov, so now they're giving him a big step down. Pateria, not great.
That was Swede.
Ukraine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I think Almeida probably flatlines him, I would say.
Well, I think he got knocked out either last time or the time before.
Yeah, Pereira guillotine,
but finished 2 fights before that.
yeah.
That's the one against Shogun. He was so disrespectful. And,
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
And then
Yeah,
Carlos
we didn't like that.
Ulberg came and fucked his world up.
Sure did. And he's going to continue to do that to people.
All right, low-key banger. You guys ready for it?
I'm ready, friend.
Very interesting stylistic matchup. 2 guys that a couple years ago would be like, no way in hell they're ever fighting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, 17-7-1, coming off of a loss to Shavkat. No shame there. Got submitted, believe it or not.
41 years old.
Fighting out of South Carolina, 41 years old, 6 feet tall. Joaquin New Monza Buckley, 19-6, coming off 4 wins in a row.
calling out Connor.
including his last one that we were in attendance for against Nursultan Ruzaboev.
We were not rooting for him.
No, everyone else was, not us. Fighting out of St. Louis, 30 years old, 5'10", inches tall. You guys, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one
This one's tough, man. Because look, gun to my head, I think Buckley's going to get it done, just because Wonder Old Man is on his way out. But he can still catch Buckley. You know, there's a lot of possibilities at stake.
I think he
here.
might be too crafty still for Buckley.
I think it's going to be for sure a decision. I think it's going to decision.
I mean, I think if anybody's getting finished, it's probably Wonder Boy getting finished.
Right. I agree with that.
Because Buckley, I mean, he's been finished, but as of late, like, he doesn't really put himself in a ton of danger.
He's been a little bit more smart.
Yeah, he's wised up.
He's been wrestling a lot lately. Wonder Boy, tough to take down. But Wonder Boy at this age is what really worries me. I think Buckley, obviously a phenomenal athlete, but also is fast. He's not just big, he's fast and a freak athlete. So kind of a little worried about Wonder Boy being able to keep up, honestly.
Yeah, and when you got a guy like Wonder Boy who fought for the belt, twice?
Yep.
He was right there for so long. He's got a great, he's got a decent record for how long he's been fighting in the UFC, but it's just like if you're starting to fight guys to where even if you beat them, it doesn't really catapult you too high into the UFC from there, then that's already just a bad sign.
I mean, he's straight up a gatekeeper now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If someone beats him, then they're like legit.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they're not.
He's not fighting for a belt or anything like that.
And I hate to say it, I love Wonder Boy. Everybody does. And I'm rooting for him for sure because I'm not a Buckley guy, but I think Buckley wins decision.
Jesus Christ. His last 4 fights, he's been taken down 13 times.
Yeah, but 7 of those are Bilal.
I know, but I mean, got taken down twice by Holland when Holland basically refused to grapple.
Yeah.
They still took him down twice.
Well, that's why he won, right?
That's why Wonder Boy won, yeah. Burns took him down 3 times, Shavkat once, but it only lasted, well, like I said, second round. But Shavkat, he's not going to spam takedowns, but he's going to get him when he does try him, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm a little worried about the wrestling, personally.
Me too.
And I don't know. I think Buckley can hurt him on the feet, too.
But
unfortunately,
Wonder Boy's got a hell of a chin on him. I mean, has he been knocked out completely cold in the UFC?
Oh, yeah.
That was Anthony Pettis. Who was
Anthony
it?
Pettis.
That's his only knockout loss.
That was it.
Which
he's the only guy who can just do that to anybody somehow. That was a weird one.
The epitome of a fluky finish. Like, Wonder Boy was going to beat him up for 5 rounds.
Yes.
Well, he was. I mean,
yeah, he was in the process of it.
That's the fight game, though.
But he hasn't been really hurt that bad since, outside of a few sluggers from Woodley and
yeah. I mean, I don't remember every fight, obviously, but
yeah, that's kind of tough.
I think the Jeff Neal fight, he took some damage, but I don't know if he got like dropped.
I don't know. I don't think he did.
Holland, I think I don't think he was really in a ton of danger at all against Holland.
No, he never. He was fucking. Holland was hurt real bad in that.
Yeah.
Fight. Yeah. But I mean, he had some cuts and shit like you're gonna have. But
Wonder Boy has still got it. He's still, like I said, he's still got the chance. But I wouldn't be betting on him on this one.
Minus 190 Buckley, plus 165 Wonder Boy. Tapology, 631 votes, 59% Buckley, 76% decision. I'm taking Buckley just to be a little too well-rounded, honestly.
Yeah.
And have a little more power, can wrestle a little bit.
11 years younger.
Yeah.
Probably more power and more strength right now.
It's probably the smart pick.
I mean, Wonder Boy's just going to have to run away and touch and
Stay
run.
on the outside.
Which, big cage, pay-per-view, possible, but I don't love it.
Yeah. But if he loses, then he's going to have the same amount of losses in his career as Wonder Boy does so far, which is not a good look for Buckley either. I don't know. It's way more detrimental if Buckley loses this than if Wonder Boy loses this, because he's just going to keep going on if he chooses to.
Yeah.
Especially
like
with
this.
all the shit he's been talking.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose your Wonder Boy, you're probably not fighting Connor.
Yeah.
Probably weren't anyways, but
Let's just hope that he doesn't lose as bad as he did in that post-fight interview this time around.
Yeah, no shit. Side note, I want to see what are they ranked here. Buckley.
Did it not say it? I thought
it says the Tapology rankings. Right. Buckley 11, Wonderboy 9. So helps him, but it doesn't move him a ton.
Do you think do you think that puts him at 9, or do you think
yes?
Does Buckley beat any of the guys? If you say he gets past Wonderboy,
he doesn't beat Ian.
Who's he beating next?
Maybe Colby, if Colby still fights.
I mean, I think he could beat Burns.
Yeah, I guess so. One more,
but that's about it.
The highest he gets to 8, and I see him losing to everybody else.
If he runs into Usman in like 5 years from now, maybe
it's not going to happen.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, Brady, I think Brady takes him down and works him.
He throws him around.
Yeah.
Buckley's just. I said this on our last time we previewed him. He's like, for a kind of a meathead guy, he's really hard to hit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like hard to find, pretty technical, and he's come a long ways in the grappling. He doesn't fight like he looks like he would fight most of the time.
Yeah.
What are we all going Buckley?
Yeah. Unfortunately, sorry.
It hurts my soul, but I think I'm going to go Buckley.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Although, don't be surprised if Wonderboy shows some crafty shit.
I won't be. I won't be surprised if Wonderboy actually. I expect him to hurt him at least once. Give him a good, give him something.
Yeah. Yeah. Buckley's just. He's going to come forward either way.
Yeah.
He'll be eating it. All right, main card.
Main card.
All right, according to Tapology, first fight of the main card. Interesting one. Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. Side note, Kevin Holland, everybody he loses to, he fights ahead of them on the pay-per-view. Like every fight. Like there's always somebody on the prelims that he's lost to.
I feel like there's a few guys that happens to.
Yeah. Roman, the Caucasian Dolidze. Again, this is another one of those nicknames that I cannot ever remember hearing anybody call him that.
Yeah.
Bruce, nobody.
Yeah.
13-3, coming off a win over Anthony Smith. Super exciting fight. From Georgia, the country, fighting out of Vegas, 36 years old, 6 feet 2 inches tall. Kevin the Trailblazer Holland, 26-11, coming off a win over Michal Olekzaychuk, the Lord who loses to everybody. Fighting out of Texas, 31 years old, 6 feet 3 inches tall. Lord dropped his ass.
Yeah, he looked like it looked bad.
And then he said, "Here you go."
Yeah, and I'm just snapped my arm. Yeah.
What I'm curious of is what's up with these Georgians coming out of the woodwork. Georgia, the whole country has 4 million people of it, and 2 of them are fucking world champions right now.
Yeah, I mean, Dolidze, he's been around for a while, but yeah, there's a lot per capita.
There's like more people in Missouri than Georgia, huh?
Probably. This Georgian here, I cannot, I feel like I've had a pretty good read on Marab, and I'm like, okay, I think I know who he can be and who he can't. Dolidze is the opposite. I can't figure this guy out.
Yeah, he's weird.
He looks terrible half the time.
And then looks like a world
wins,
beater.
And then he looks really good, and like, I don't know. He can knock people out, but his striking looks really bad.
Yeah.
And then like the Imavov fight, beating a dead horse. I mean, he goes in there and just all he does is just try to push him up against the fence. Doesn't try to level change, doesn't try to bomb on him, just pushes him against the fence and loses the decision.
It's weird.
And then he goes up a weight class against Anthony Smith on short notice and just easily wins. Still didn't look that good.
Yeah.
Anthony looked like he was asleep in there.
Standard.
But wins. Short notice.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Holland's going up a weight class.
Yeah.
This will be his second fight up at 85. And Dolidze just fought
I think
at 205.
I think Holland is a 185er.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a big boy.
He's big.
81-inch reach too.
I feel like Holland is gonna be able to touch him on the feet very easily.
Yep.
But again, Dolidze just finds a way to like stay competitive in these fights.
I agree with you. I see it going Holland because you know how sometimes Holland will come in. He's always like in there to kind of have fun or shit talk and do all of his wild antics. But when he's coming off a loss and then he's getting somebody not so exciting, he usually dominates. which keeps him in the mix, keeps him a fan favorite, keeps him getting better fights.
Yeah.
I see him going in and outclassing this guy.
And he's a gamer. He don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously got the submissions off his back and stuff, but I worry about the wrestling here a little bit.
I mean,
Because Dolidze is a very physically strong dude,
Mm-hmm.
and this is, again, he's been at 85. Holland's going up to 85.
what I see is Kevin investing in the body a lot, standing up, and he's successful at that. Wears him down a little bit for a round, maybe a round and a half. Then Dolidze gets frustrated by that, gets the takedown, but Kevin does some slick shit on the ground, either with striking to get in a better position and then sub him from there.
Because Roman, I mean, in past fights he's shown he can get a little gassed.
Yeah.
You don't want to get gassed.
I mean, he got tired against Anthony Smith, and Anthony didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Kevin Holland's got way more tools in his belt than Anthony Smith does.
oh, yeah. Side note, I mean, Anthony looked that. I mean,
Anthony's there
he was
for
the
a
one that was
paycheck,
supposed.
dude.
He was the one
Yeah,
that was
dude.
supposed to be on the card against somebody else. Can't remember who now, but he wasn't even the short notice guy, and he just looked like he could care less. To
I've
be
been
there.
calling for his retirement for a few years now, and I used to be like, yeah, go to the desk. You look good on the desk. But now I'm kind of tired of hearing him talk about shit and some of his crazy hot takes.
So Holland hasn't been taken down in 6 fights. Now, granted,
That's pretty sweet.
Wonder Boy, Pons, Jack Della, MVP, those guys aren't taking you down. They're not even going to try. But that's the question to me here. What can, and not even just takedowns, but can, because Roman's going to push him against the fence.
Mhm.
He does that to everybody. Can Kevin get the fuck out of there? That's the question.
I think if Roman wins a round in this fight, it'll be the first round, and it'll be because of that.
Yeah.
A lot of cage control and, a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
boring shit.
Well, we'll go odds, and I'm assuming both of you are picking Holland, but minus 170 Holland, plus 145 Dolidze. You taking Holland?
Yeah, I got Holland by sub.
Now I'm gonna go Holland decision. I think he's just gonna wear him out, and I think he's good enough to just stay away from the cage and just move around.
Yeah, and I agree with that because I think it could be a decision, but I think Holland's going to go for the finish because he's coming off that loss.
Roman's never been finished.
Well, you heard it here first.
First for
folks.
everything. Tapology, 617 votes, 63% Holland, 59% decision. God, again, Roman just...
Oh no,
He just finds
may
a
come
way.
out and fucking drop Holland and just
I
pull
don't-
some shit out of his ass.
I don't find Holland to be a reliable guy by any means to
No.
be a fan of. So that I'm definitely taking a risk with my prediction here.
I'm taking Dolidze, I think.
decision.
Pussy.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna push him up against the fence, maybe shoot, just be boring.
Yeah, but I mean, guys have done that to Kevin Holland in the past, and he's been like, okay, well, I'll just elbow you from the ground, and knock you out down here.
Yeah, old jocker, eh? I mean, Dolidze is 36 as well, but I think Dolidze is a much less good grappler, but a much physically stronger guy. But
Yeah.
I mean, also that
Holland's
was
also got a
such
lot
a
of-
freak thing.
He's
Like,
got a lot of leverage on him, though, too, with the height and the reach and the long limbs.
the speed and just the straight punches are going to be a big problem for Roman. And he's not a naturally good striker, but I don't know. I'm going with him, taking the dog.
Weirdo.
Anything else on that one?
Nope.
No, that one. I think that one could be fun with Holland being the one that makes it fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the only way it'll be fun.
If Holland's talking shit and dropping him and stuff,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. If Dolidze has his way,
But that's the
It
thing.
won't be.
I think we're going to see the Holland that doesn't go in there and talk a bunch of shit and doesn't,
His last few fights, he hasn't really done that.
Yeah, he's been cooling off, but he kind of picks and chooses who he does
the
it
thing,
to.
Dolidze, he'll talk back.
Yeah.
Dolidze, he's kind of like a fiery dude,
Mhm.
which is weird, judging off the way he fights,
What are you
but
trying to say, John?
not like hair color fiery.
Oh, okay.
He does have hair on every inch of his body, though.
He's
I
a
mean,
hairy
it's-
bastard.
Except for literally, when I was watching the Smith fight, it looked like he literally waxed his shoulders right here, and his whole chest covered in hair, and his whole back, and he just had no hair right
Just
here.
not connecting.
I was like,
Huh.
did you do that on purpose, or I don't know? But all right, not going to say fun, but interesting one.
This first round finish over with. Get it out of here.
Kayla Harrison versus Ketlen Vieira. Kayla Harrison, 17-1. Coming off 2 wins in a row. 1-0 in the UFC. She threw Holly around and elbowed her face. And fighting out of, or 34 years old, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida. 5 feet 8 inches tall. Ketlen Fenomeno Vieira. 14-3, coming off a win over Penny.
Yeah.
Penny's just
Penny.
punching bag. Fighting out of Brazil, 33 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall. Kayla's strong, but Vieira's also big and strong.
Yeah.
She's a big chick.
Kayla's also fearless, clearly.
Yeah, totally. Vieira, I mean, I think it's interesting because like Holly she's gonna run around and do shit, but she's like much more technical.
Yeah,
but she runs around and isn't nearly as strong. Vieira is just kind of a banger who is a lot stronger, and when she wins, it's usually her pushing everybody against the fence herself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna matter.
Not gonna matter. She's gonna get tossed
This is
around.
the future champ we're looking at here.
Yeah,
$1,000,000%.
With Kayla. So
Yeah, and she can beat it champ pretty much as long as she wants, unless Amanda Nunes says, "Hey, what's up?"
I think Vieira. I don't think she's gonna want to push her up against the fence, but even if she does, I think that is fine with Kayla because Kayla's a judo chick, upper body throws.
no, I'll just flip your ass.
Yeah,
She makes every fight just look so fucking easy, dude. Like none of these
Well,
girls should
she's
be in there with her.
fucking jacked as all hell.
and also against Holly, like the way. She's not like a natural striker, obviously, but what I liked about Kayla on the feet a lot is that she feints a ton.
Mm-hmm.
She's not just it's like the girl that got head kicked by the Venezuelan or overhanded by the Venezuelan. Like she's just like she looked like Kayla Harrison, but she was a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Her upper body wasn't capable of moving either direction.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla feints a ton.
She keeps you thinking,
Yeah,
like
she bobs a lot.
the takedown's coming.
Yeah.
But
And
when?
I think she's gonna get Ketlen to get a little anxious and just what do I do?
Yeah.
And then,
Dude, I won't be surprised if, because everybody knows what Kayla's going to do. She's going to go in there and do it. I'm not saying it might happen to this girl, but it could. But we might see Kayla crack the fuck out of somebody because they're too worried about that.
this is open stance, which means I believe. Let me make sure that's right. Because Kayla's a southpaw. Vieira, I'm pretty sure is orthodox, but I could definitely open stance. Like Kayla kind of reaches for that lead leg.
Watch out.
Overhand with the left hand. I don't know if she's gonna really want to even do that or try really anything, but I don't know. I think it's a matter of time before
What's
she gets
that
on
move
top
to where you
and-
pick people up and you just break them in half over your knee?
movie?
Like that wrestling move where you
Oh,
just break them
move.
in half over your knee?
Oh,
I think
don't know
Kayla
what that
is.
a spine buster or
I
something.
think she's capable of that.
I mean, I think she could do literally swanton bomb,
the
the fucking
walls of Jericho.
walls
on
of
there?
Jericho, the
Stunner.
Stunner.
Yeah,
Stunner.
Stone Cold Stunner. Yeah, dude.
twist of fate. She could literally do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I mean, again, Ketlen is probably the closest she's going to get in this division of a girl that can match her strength for strength. But technically, in the clinch and all that stuff, I don't think it's going to matter.
Not gonna matter.
Yeah.
Technique is far too past that.
Minus 650, Kayla Harrison.
Hey, weird.
Ouch.
Plus 475, Ketlen Vieira. Wow. Kayla opened minus 900.
Damn.
And people like
The better down.
August 16th to August 18th, she dropped 250 points in 2 days. So probably one guy hammered Ketlen Vieira
Yeah,
for like 10 grand or
it's
something.
probably her coach.
That's weird. I mean, obviously, minus 650. I mean, if you're a bettor, you can't do much with that. Maybe
I mean,
put her in a parlay.
Vera could find, throw. She doesn't throw a whole lot.
Doesn't need to.
When she does. No, I'm talking about Vieira.
Oh.
When she does, it's usually a big something to back someone up or.
I mean, she's a huge, huge 5'8", big for the division, strong, ugly, mean-looking girl. 2 knockouts. in
Yeah.
14 wins.
Yeah, 8 decisions.
She got slept by Aldana.
Yeah,
Mhm.
who is now split open, huh?
Yeah.
Who
What a
suffered
cut,
the
right?
worst cut in UFC history.
She lost to Yana Santos
Oh.
by decision.
Well.
I mean, I just don't. Like, Kayla makes. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, they got to get in there and fight. You never know. But I feel like Kayla's going to make all these top 5 girls look like they don't belong in this
Yeah.
division.
Yeah.
Or in the UFC, maybe. Kayla's the
Which
future, dude.
you could argue they don't.
Yeah.
Because it's not a great weight class. But
Terrible.
um,
One thing is for damn sure, this is going to be the one female fight on the card that is not going to go to decision.
yeah.
Every other one will go to decision. $5? $5? Anybody want
No,
some?
I think she's gonna sub her too.
I think
You don't
one
think, you
or
think
she's
Carla
going to
and
break
Tisha are going to go to decision?
it.
You don't know Carla. She's the ultimate finisher.
She's the cookie monster.
You didn't see
Good
that
point.
fight between her and Rose?
I'm eating my words right now.
803 votes, 97% Kayla Harrison, 58% sub. They're,
Yep.
who are these guys? It's 3%.
That's
Who
the
cares?
homers.
Bots.
Yeah,
Russian bots. Brazilian bots.
I mean, what else on that one?
Nothing.
No, I think it's pretty straightforward.
I mean, I could see Kayla. I mean, sub probably, but I could see her ground and pounding the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Vieira, obviously Brazilian. She may have good enough defense to stay out of subs, but just eat elbows.
Mhm.
I will say that Vieira is. I find her to be tough enough to maybe not put herself in a position to get ground and pound, and then she's just gonna leave her neck exposed and get
Yeah.
fucking strangled.
So what? Sub?
Yeah, I got Kayla sub.
Sub for me. Right, yeah, I would say probably early second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go second round TKO. All right. Next up, another interesting one.
Who's that guy on the left?
Gatekeeper status right here.
I don't know, man.
It's-
The way he
it's
fucking looked last time.
Disrespectful to call him a gatekeeper. Really.
I know, but I mean, if he wasn't a gatekeeper, if they didn't picture him as a gatekeeper when he got won his first fight back, he would have been getting somebody like Jan or Cheeto or
Yeah, they may
not
be
Mario
just,
Bautista.
They may be just trying to get Bautista up here because this is going to be Bautista's highest test.
Yes.
So
I have never known. I can't think of another fighter in UFC history that seems so much older than he really is.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like this guy's been fighting since the early 90s in UFC, you know? His
Early
legendary
90s.
status is just insane.
So the guy we're talking about, not as old guy as he looks, Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista. Jose Aldo Jr., 32-8, coming off a win, his first fight back against Jonathon Martinez.
Good.
Kind of pieced him up.
yeah,
Yep.
did
Hurt
what he
him.
fucking wanted to.
Fighting out of Brazil, 38 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall. Mario Bautista, 14-2, coming off of, I think, like 6 wins in a row. 2, 4, 6, yeah. Fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, 31 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall. I like Bautista a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of him.
He's fun.
He's super well rounded.
Mm.
The only thing I don't love about him is that he knows he's well rounded. And so, like, for example, against Ricky Simone, I think his mindset is like, I'm so well rounded, so I can like take some risks in here.
Can't do
And-
that on Aldo.
Like he was throwing flying knees and just doing kind of dumb
Showboating.
stuff sometimes. He won the fight like easily, like all 3 judges gave it to him, but it's like I think he just is like, I'm so well rounded, you're not gonna out wrestle me, you're not gonna out strike me.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it all, so I'm just gonna take some risks and do some crazy shit and make this chaos. I'm undecided if I think that he needs to make this chaos against Aldo. Because Martinez played all those games like the maximum amount you can play his game.
Mm-hmm.
Stand in front of him, you throw a kick, I throw a kick. I'm Martinez, so I don't know how to punch, so I'll throw another kick and you throw a punch, like just trade Muay Thai style. You can't do that with Aldo.
No.
But I also don't know if making it complete chaos and throwing flying knees is going to be good either.
I think the only way to beat Aldo is to follow in the blueprints of Max Holloway and his victories against him. And what's crazy is the dude's 32-8. He'd be 32-5 if it weren't for Connor and Max. You know,
Yeah.
that's an insane record.
I mean, he's probably not taking Aldo down. He's a good wrestler, but Aldo's got, I think, 91% takedown D.
Which is insane.
Across his whole UFC career, which is obviously a big sample size. What I do like a lot about in this fight about Bautista is his movement. Martinez just stood right in front of Aldo and just traded with him. Bautista moves a ton, lateral, back, forth, can switch stances pretty well. Aldo, he likes to kind of stay shelled up, stay tight, flat-footed. That might work for Bautista, but I'm worried that if he takes these risks that he's been taking against these Ricky Simones and these types of guys, that he might get caught.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think he's going to have to use his length. He's going to have to keep moving around, like you said,
just like Max.
This is going to be his biggest test, and just going off of who Aldo is and what he looked like his last fight against Martinez, I'm on board.
Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah, dude.
I think he's going to come out here and he's going to beat Bautista.
Yeah, I feel like this could be a situation where Aldo, that performance may overhype him a little bit. Like that may be like the best we're going to get from him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's always a possibility. I mean, he is fucking whatever, how 38. You know, I think
that's a heavy 38.
Yeah. So I mean, and he's been around the block. I don't know. I was just impressed with him, and he's Jose fucking Aldo.
Yeah.
So he's also a king of not taking damage in his entire fucking career. I mean,
which is weird because he just stands right in front of you, but he just checks every low kick
and then
parries every punch.
Snap your leg in half with one of his leg kicks.
I mean, he definitely still had like the fast twitch in that last one. Like when he let like a 1-2 go down the pipe, it was fast, and it wasn't like Aldo's old type punch.
Yeah, he got. I think he's rejuvenated a little bit. He had to take a little step back, and
he's smart. I think he's going to give the old vet lesson to Bautista, which is in return is going to make Bautista a better fighter in the future.
Yeah, minus 165 Bautista, plus 145 Aldo. I'm gonna go Bautista.
It's not. I like Bautista too. I think he's great. This is just his biggest test, and I think he's probably going to get a little. I don't think he's going to run through Aldo or anything like that. I think I'm going with Aldo. I think Aldo's going to beat him by decision.
I agree. Aldo decision.
812 votes, 82% Aldo. He's the dog, and 82% of the top.
I think a lot of
they're thinking like we're thinking,
or there's
almost 90% of those guys are picking decision.
I think
it's going to be a good fight, man. I think we're going to see some fun strife.
I think activity is going to be on the side of like just straight up volume on the side of Bautista. And I think
big moments is Aldo.
Probably. But I think if Bautista can like draw out like a firefight, that may help him if he doesn't get laid out. Which although, I mean, he's definitely finished guys, but
he's not
as of recent
first round.
I mean,
or anything like
even his last UFC stint before he went and boxed, a lot of decisions towards the end there.
Aldo's going to put Bautista in deep water, and he's going to be swimming that whole fight. So his only chance of getting the king is first round.
I don't know if he will. I don't know if he will put him in deep water. I think if Aldo wins, it may be just outpointing him, just touching him more.
I mean, it's going to be a grueling fight, a grueling night, a long night.
Yeah,
for both of them, really. But
if Aldo wins, it's going to be Bautista not being able to find him.
Has Aldo ever been actually KO'd besides Connor in his entire career, that you guys can think of? Has anybody actually put him out?
No, I mean, I can't think of any. I mean, he's been KO'd, TKO'd 4 times, but 2 of those were Max.
Yeah.
One of them was Jan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jan and Max, but they didn't knock him out.
Yeah, ground and pound for Jan. 5th round.
Yeah, 5th round, yeah. He's fucking tough, bro.
I'm taking Mario via volume and pace.
Jose via vet lesson, experience, tools.
It's going to be a big test for Bautista. And if he does lose, like Seth said, it's going to make him better.
Yeah,
you're just going to see a more well-rounded version of Bautista later.
If you're going to have an L on your record, Aldo being one of those guys is nothing to hang your head about.
I mean, this is the last he's 31, so I mean, this is kind of the last vet lesson that he's can afford to take.
Right.
After
Yeah.
this,
this is
time to go.
Also, this is the best he's fought.
Yeah.
This will be his highest competition.
That's kind of been the knock on him, is like,
he hasn't fought.
this competition hasn't been great.
I mean, he has 2 losses. One of them was to Sandhagen, and then Trevin Jones.
Jones.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
2021.
He just hasn't even came close to the
No, he was
experienced
supposed to fight
fighters
Cody.
that Aldo's
I was
fought.
really hoping he would fight Cody. I think he would probably
Yeah.
knock him out, but anything else on that one?
Nope.
yeah,
Let's go, Aldo.
I think that'll be a fun one though.
All right. The one we've all been waiting to talk about.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Fuck.
Co-main event.
It's gonna be a really fun decision. Loss.
Raquel Pennington versus Julianna Pena. Raquel Rocky Pennington, 16-8, coming off of 6 wins in a row. Fighting out of Colorado, 36 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall. Julianna, the Venezuelan vixen, Pena, 10-5, good record. Coming off of a loss 2 years and 1 month ago to Amanda Nunes. Fighting out of Washington, 35 years old,
What was
5
that win
feet
before
6
that?
inches tall.
Man,
Yeah,
who knows?
dude, she beat her. Wow.
Stupid. Worst thing that ever happened to us.
I feel like everyone thinks that Julianna is going to get her ass kicked in this fight.
I don't.
I think it's going to be close.
I think it's gonna be close for sure.
Yeah.
I don't
think
think like ass kicked in a sense of Raquel's gonna like put it on her and
Yeah.
punch her face
I think
in or
it's gonna
anything.
be. I think it's gonna be
I
very
just
boring.
think Raquel's just gonna wrestle fuck and just keep going and pushing.
She's definitely going to clinch. Wrestling, I don't know about.
Yeah.
But the clinch
Grappling.
and the knees and the elbows and
Yeah.
the clinch and shit. See, Julianna, I watched the Amanda fight today, the second one. And Amanda came out there and fought southpaw the whole time after orthodox every other fight or
Mhm.
most other fights. And she just literally caught Julianna, like countered her with that lead hook like 3 times and dropped her with it. Julianna just could not figure out how to get by that. And she just walks in there. She's so like unathletic and not a great puncher. So she just
Annoying.
plods in there, throwing straight punches. And
That
then
are so far off, it's not even funny.
Amanda just refused to go first, essentially, and then just waited for her to come to her and just threw that same left hook over and over.
Mhm.
And then eventually started taking her down. That's the thing about Julianna. She's known for her grappling, but she gets taken down all the time.
Yeah.
By everybody.
That's how you lose.
I just think Raquel's gonna just keep coming at her. And
Yeah. My prediction is first 2 rounds are gonna be real snooze fest, pee break rounds. Then Raquel's just gonna come in and clinch a lot, dominate, get a lot of good position, a
Julianna,
lot of elbows.
23% takedown D.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not good.
But Raquel, 27% takedown accuracy. Like, she doesn't... Raquel gets taken down herself.
oh yeah,
But
I just think she's obviously been more active. 2 years off for Juliana, and you're fighting for the belt. It's against Raquel, but
I think
know.
the most significant strikes, and there won't be many on this fight, is going to be from Raquel, and it's going to be via elbows in the clinch and knees.
I bet Raquel loses the first round.
Yeah, I could see that. But I think Raquel's going to go in there and try to cut her up, try to cut her
yeah.
face. I think she's going to try to
That's,
slice.
Raquel just outlasts people, and Juliana does not have knockout power of any sort. So, like, I think Raquel's going to be like, I don't have to respect anything coming at me in this
Mhm.
fight.
And I don't think Raquel's going to worried about getting RNC'd.
No. She's got a gas tank. She's got the durability.
Experience. She's gritty.
I really don't know what Juliana does aside from, like, catching her, like, in a weird, like, armbar
scramble
in the
fuck
5th
thing,
round or
yeah.
something. Like, but again, on the feet, like, Raquel, she's tough and she comes forward, but she's not like some elite boxer either.
No,
Like, I think
no.
Juliana's going to land plenty on the feet.
I
And
don't see
Raquel starts slow too, so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see this being a good fight.
No.
I think the only fun moments in it, period, is when Pena's getting punched in the face for that slight second.
Minus 190 Raquel Pennington, plus 165 Juliana. That makes sense to me.
yeah, I don't.
I like
500,
those percentages.
587 votes, 68% Raquel, 97% decision. I mean, to be fair, Julianna, like, she is tough, and she will.
Well, she'll
stay
take an
in
ass
there.
beating.
That's why it's going to be a decision.
You know, nobody likes her, but she is a tough lady.
Yeah,
for sure.
She'll stick around, but even though she sticks around, she's not doing much after she's
Nobody
getting
wants
fucked
her
up.
to stick around.
And side note, I mean, what's her name? Vieira, who we just talked about earlier. She lost to Raquel, but it was close. It was like a split, I think.
Mhm.
Weird.
But-
How many splits has Raquel had, dude? There's that's got to be a ton, huh?
Not really, actually.
Against Aldana.
A lot of decisions, but
No.
Betch,
Yeah, and Jessica Andrade.
Ollie. But Vieira just, I mean, the only reason it was really close is because she held her up against the fence.
Mhm.
And I just don't think Julianna can do that. Julianna's not overbearing with her strength.
Mhm.
No.
I agree.
I don't really find her formidable in pretty much
Anyway.
anything.
Pennington decision
Yeah.
all day.
Agreed.
All right, main event.
This one hurts me.
Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree Jr. Alex Poetan Pereira, 11-2. Coming off 4 wins in a row. From Brazil.
Jesus, that's kind of rude.
From Brazil, fighting out of Connecticut, 37 years old, 6 feet 4 inches tall. Khalil, the Warhorse Rountree Jr., 13-5, coming off of 2, 4, 5 wins in a row. Fighting out of Vegas, 34 years old, 6 feet 1 inch tall. This is tough. It's a tough matchup for Khalil.
Yeah,
I like Khalil so much too.
I like watching him fight. I don't really care about him.
I love him. I mean, Khalil 100% has the power to fuck him up.
Yes.
He has the power to fuck anybody up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pereira's he's been fucked up. Obviously, 185, weight cut, blah blah blah. But other than that, that's about all he has. I think that's better than Pereira. Pereira's got the range. Pereira's got the tricks, the
timing,
craftiness. Khalil
speed.
does not shoot takedowns ever. I literally don't think he has shot a single takedown in the
And I'm
UFC.
glad you brought that up because I do like what Matt Serra said about this fight. And it's what I kind of was thinking in my head because I saw the training footage of Pereira doing that really slick, like, trip takedown that he's been working on, that he was taught. I can't remember who taught him that, but I think we might see a takedown from Pereira on Khalil. I know it's kind of crazy to say, but
Maybe. I just don't see how Khalil gets in there, like, in tight enough to really fuck him up.
without
Yeah.
getting touched.
He's
I think
gonna-
there's also going to be a lot of, I think, anxiety in Khalil striking in this one, which there kind of always is. He likes to sit on the outside and really, like, explode and bomb on you. But I think especially when you know that you could run into a left hook. By the way, open stance. Khalil keeps that right hand pretty low a lot of the time, floats it down here. Left hook on the way in. He's going to know that that's a problem.
It's a big no-no
Yeah.
against Pereira.
Khalil, the one thing I think he could do that could really benefit him is, like, body kicks, open stance, left body kick,
Yeah.
just crush
I,
Pereira's
I,
body.
I think the only strike that he's got to devastate Pereira in any sense, besides like a crazy overhand that catches him, which I highly doubt, but it's that nasty career-ending oblique kick where
Yeah.
he, fucks your knee up.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't try to do that against Pereira. That'll actually really piss me off.
I think he's just going to have a hard time finding him, I think.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna be tough. I would be happy for Khalil if he won.
Yes.
Nah, not
It'd be
me.
great.
Nope. Pereira all day.
Minus 500 Pereira, plus 375. Khalil has barely moved. Tapology, they hate Khalil.
I don't
They're
agree
haters.
with that. I think that's too much.
828 votes, 92% Pereira,
Jesus.
98% knockout, and
Jesus.
93% of Khalil's voters are knockouts as well.
Is 8%. Yeah, that shouldn't be 8%. That's a little rude.
I will say, Khalil, the thing about him that is surprising is he actually does have, like, a decent gas tank for
Mhm.
being so big.
It's a shit house.
But a lot of it is he doesn't throw a ton of volume.
Yeah.
And so
I think it's because he's worried about losing that gas tank. I think he's just good at conserving it, not necessarily that he's got a lot of it.
Yeah, well, but also he can defend takedowns well enough to not let you zap the gas tank from him, like, take it from him.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't have to worry about that. But I think Pereira's got the volume here. He's going to throw more. He's going to land more. And he's going to get hit less. I think it's that simple.
Think we see Pereira throw any head kicks?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, Khalil's a good guy to probably throw a head kick at.
Yeah. I could see Khalil taking him, like, I mean, I could see him taking him to decision, but definitely I could see him taking the championship rounds, personally.
Mm-hmm. If he takes him to decision, then it's an off night for Pereira.
I just think,
you just automatically call off night?
Yeah, I mean, if Pereira doesn't finish him in 5 rounds and Khalil takes him to decision, doesn't get finished by him, I think Pereira
you wouldn't
came
give
in with an off
Khalil
night.
any kind of flowers.
I think Khalil will have to have an amazing night, and Pereira have to have a really off night for Khalil to lose decision.
God, I think if it's a Pereira off night and a Khalil great night, I think
Khalil knocks him
Pereira's
out.
sleeping.
Oh yeah,
But
he definitely could knock
But I don't
out.
think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's tough for me.
I think it'll be. I mean, I'm going to love it just because it's going to be 2 high-level strikers,
Mm-hmm.
and
Tough because Khalil's going to probably lose, or tough because you can't guess who's going to
No,
win?
I'm going with Pereira.
Okay.
But because it's tough because I like both of them. I like Khalil a lot. I like his personality. I think he'd be a cool dude to hang out with.
Sure.
And I also love the way he fights. So
yeah,
He is scary in there. But what are you going to do against the boogeyman?
I mean, what if he comes out and starches Pereira?
Just look at
I
his
know it's a
face
big
compared
what
to
the
his
fuck
face.
he
Look at their faces.
he laid out Gokhan Saki, who was like a kickboxing legend.
Yeah.
In the UFC,
Yeah.
straight right hand or left hand, he's southpaw.
Because he's fast too, but I mean, Pereira just is the boogeyman that has, a tank for a left hand. And
Any chance that Pereira overlooks him?
No, I think Pereira's too smart, and I think Pereira's going to respect him, and he's going to.
Pereira doesn't
try to get
put
him
me
out of
as
there.
the guy that gets too big headed.
No. Even though that's kind of like his whole shtick is having a
I think
actual physically big head.
Yeah, he's just an actual physically, just a gigantic fucking face.
Anything else on that one?
No,
Nah,
it'll be fun though.
yeah.
I hope we see a couple fun exchanges before Pereira puts him out.
I hope we see Pereira out.
That's stupid,
But we're not.
Dumb.
What else in this card?
I think it'd be awesome.
No, because we're never going to get bangers and crazy, huge, epic fights out of Khalil Rountree like we will out of Alec
I
Pereira.
mean, we don't know yet. He becomes champ. What if he just starts knocking people out?
I just don't see it.
I mean, Khalil's style is fun. Like he's
100%.
going to strike with whoever.
But I don't see the UFC being like, oh my god, this guy's a fucking superstar. Let's let him go to whatever weight class and fight whoever he wants. Let's set up some crazy ass fights. I don't see them doing that for Khalil like they've been doing that for Alex, and we want to see more of those
We didn't
fights.
see it that happening with Alex when he came over at 30 whatever years old.
What do you mean at first?
Yeah, like we weren't like, oh, this guy's going to get all the opportunities when he's just this
Right,
random
but-
kickboxer that we never heard of.
Yeah, he didn't get all the opportunities like when they at his first couple of fights, but every one of his fights were like a crazy knockout knee or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was killing everybody.
I mean, I think if Khalil knocks him out, I think that's going to be like a huge highlight, and the UFC is going to pump that shit out everywhere and be like,
100%.
"Holy fuck!" This
But
guy.
I don't think it's good for business if Khalil wins this over Pereira
No,
in the long run.
no. But that's the way it goes.
I want
sometimes.
Pereira to fucking get triple champ, dude. I want him to be the first guy to do it. Go up there at heavyweight.
I think he gets knocked out by Tommy.
Probably.
That's probably pretty ugly.
Maybe.
Yeah. Card as a whole, probably a lot of decisions.
Yeah, this is going to be a long night.
Yeah, probably.
It's going to be a long night. I think Tim Means' fight is going to be a decision. All the girls except for
See,
Kayla,
this is like the people that were bitching about Noche and like, oh, this card sucks, blah blah blah. The way it always
great
works
card.
is like, it's not the names, it's the matchups.
Mhm.
Exactly.
This has the names, but stylistically, the matchups don't equal a ton of finishes, in my opinion.
No, not at all.
Obviously, TBD, but like, I don't see this having the same fight of the year candidates as Noche.
I see OSP and Ryan Spann going decision.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the top 2 fights, you know.
Yeah.
See Alex Hernandez and Austin Hubbard going decision.
Which the main event wasn't supposed to be boring.
Hold on, keep scrolling up. 5, Carlos. So, okay. I think the first 6 fights are going to be fucking decision.
Yeah. I mean, Court and Tim,
And
somebody might go down.
Maybe the let's say first 5. First 5 fights of this night are going to be decision.
Yeah.
That's what I'm predicting.
And I think probably 3 of the main card fights will be too.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a long night.
Which, I don't hit, like, if Pereira and Khalil go to decision, I'm not going to be like, fuck that.
No.
Because that's going to be fun. It's going to be.
Oh, yeah. No, it'll be fun. They'll be exchanging.
And I don't think Mario and Jose are going to be a bummer if it goes to decision.
That probably will go to decision.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be fun.
Yeah.
But anything else on this one?
No.
I think overall, I mean, it's going to be a good card to watch, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, not every card you're going to have just first round knockouts and all that shit.
They always do pick their cards when they really stack it with women, and this is one of them.
I think there's a lot of storylines in this one. At least the Aldo storyline, like, can he keep it going?
Mm-hmm.
Kayla Harrison, title shot after this if she passes this test.
Julianna coming back, her return.
Yeah.
Is this Wonder Boy's retirement fight or not?
Yeah. Will Tim or Court
I think Tim, Court, OSP should all retire.
just together?
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Just Tim and Court wait
and they start
until
making out.
OSP fights, and then they all get in there together and retire.
Yeah. We're leaving.
Do an OnlyFans collab.
See ya.
All right. I didn't mention our names when we started this. Chad, Seth, I'm Jonathon. Socials on the screen right now. No Dylan, Sandpegging filling in.
Like and follow.
Seth's gonna make him an Instagram and run it.
Yep.
So go follow him.
Subscribe.
He's
a huge stoner.
At HOR Podcast Instagram, at Hungover Handwrite TikTok, and let us know what you think. Let us know your picks.
Thanks.
See you next time.
Peace.
Later.